Well, it came to light because a military pilot talked about it. He was one of the pilots that was involved with the program. So let's see. So let's talk about it a little bit. Now, I have a picture here. I'm going to share it to the screen. I almost turned off this live. Let's see. Window right here. If you're on live stream on the podcast for Riverside, you will see what I'm saying right now. This right here is one of the people from the Mexican Dirty War. According to testimony by Gustav Tarin, who served in the military police unit at the time, the same pistol was used so often in the killings that the soldiers came up with a nickname for it, the Sword of Justice. I told you it had to name something stupid like that. I said the Hammer of Justice. It was the Sword of Justice. And that's the name of the gun they used, which was the camera that they would take your picture with. I see. It took a couple articles before we found the name, but we found the name. Terrain said that as many as 1,500 people may have been killed that way, though he provided no list nor names of the victims. Some of the victims may have been dying, but not yet dead when they were pushed out of the plane. Like I said, whether you were dead or not, they were pushing out of the train. Military aviation mechanic Margarito Monroy said he participated in 15 of the flights and that female victims were sometimes offered release or the release of their husbands if they had sex with soldiers. The sisters Carmen, Delfina, Maria de Jesus, and Luisa Gonzalez Valenzuela were the product of a dysfunctional family. Their mother, Bernardina, was a selfless Catholic devotee who religiously followed the rules of the church. She instilled in them a mentality of fear and a cult-like worship to the religion. On the other hand, their father, Isidro, was an alcoholic sexist who used his power as sheriff to abuse them. So, on one hand, they're devout Catholics, almost so devout that it's a cult religion. On the other hand, their dad was an alcoholic, abusive man who would just do whatever he wanted because he was the sheriff. And who's going to stop the sheriff? The extent of their crimes shocked the nation and earned them the dubious distinction of the most prolific murder partnership by the Guinness Book of World Records. Estimates suggest that the sisters may have killed over 150 and possibly even more than 200 individuals. That's a lot of people by themselves. 4 women killed over 200 people. And it could be more. You know, they made people disappear. Like, supposedly, if they didn't like what you said and they were against what you wanted, their rules, they could have killed you. So it could be more. That's just what they can believably confirm. In 1964, the Gonzalez Valenzuela sisters were tried and each sentenced to 40 years in prison. So each one 40 years. Their lives in prison were marked by tragic and bizarre events. Delfina died in a freak accident when a construction worker accidentally dumped cement on her head while trying to catch a glimpse of the notorious killer. So while he was trying to look at her, he dropped cement on her and killed her. Maria served her sentence and subsequently disappeared from public view upon her release. Carmen succumbed to cancer while still incarcerated, and Maria Luisa was driven to madness by the fear of retribution from angry citizens or protesters. So, one was killed by cement, one was killed by cancer, one disappeared, and the other one went insane. Most likely ended up in an insane asylum.